Speaking of the apocalyptic book of Revelation, the Bible says, "The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave him to show his servants things which must shortly take place. Blessed is he who reads, and those who hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written in it, for the time is near." You will notice that the book of Revelation is from Jesus, and a blessing is pronounced on those who listen to and obey its words. While this message about the Antichrist is a solemn warning, it is also a message of love from Jesus. He wants us to know the truth so we can be protected and saved. Revelation 14 contains the three angels' messages, God's final warning to the world. The third angel specifically warns about the beast, another name for the Antichrist, and its mark. Then a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and his image, and receives his mark, shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God." The greatest judgments in human history are prepared for those who worship this Antichrist beast and receive its mark. As you may know, the book of Revelation is full of symbolism. In order for us to identify the meaning of symbols, we must let the Bible interpret itself. So according to the Bible, what does a beast represent? The fourth beast shall be a fourth kingdom on the earth. The Bible reveals that a beast represents a kingdom in apocalyptic prophecy. Now brace yourself, friends. This mysterious beast or kingdom that will enforce the mark of the beast is vividly described in Revelation chapter 13. "And I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name." We will now consider this beast of Revelation 13 and 10 identifying characteristics that describe it in detail before we positively identify this Antichrist power. God provides multiple characteristics of the beast because he wants us to have no doubt about its identity. As we consider these 10 characteristics, begin to ask yourself who this power is. You students of history will most likely recognize it before it is revealed later in this video. 1. The Antichrist rises out of the sea. "Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea." According to the Bible, a sea represents a heavily populated area. The waters which you saw are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. So this beast power would arise from a heavily populated area. 2. The Antichrist receives its throne, power, and authority from the dragon. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. This beast would receive its power, authority, and even its capital city or seat from the dragon. Who or what is the dragon? We know from the Bible that the dragon represents Satan. However, the Bible is actually more specific about who this dragon is in verse 2. "And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 diadems on his heads. And the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth, to devour her child as soon as it was born. She bore a male child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron." This passage refers to the birth of Christ and how Satan tried to destroy Christ at his birth. Which power did Satan work through to try and accomplish this? It was Rome. Herod, the king of the pagan Roman Empire, tried to destroy Jesus at his birth. So, according to Revelation, Rome would give this Antichrist beast its power, throne, and capital city. Some of you may be starting to see which historical power matches these descriptions. 3. The Antichrist becomes a global power. All the world marveled and followed the beast, and authority was given him over every tribe, tongue, and nation. Clearly, this Antichrist would have global, worldwide power and influence.